Fire in the hole, let's cook some steak. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. Today we're making a dish called Crying Tiger Steak. And we're gonna make the dipping sauce for it. The whole thing is called Nam Jim Jiao. The sauce is the jiao. What we gotta do first is make a marinade for our steaks. I got some beautiful grass-fed New York strip steaks. They're beautiful. I'm not trimming any of the fat off of them. I'm not doing anything to them because they are just beautiful as they are. We're gonna make a marinade though. We've got some brown sugar, about a half a cup of brown sugar. We've got some oyster sauce. We need about a tablespoon of oyster sauce in there. Yeah, that's good stuff. Oyster sauce, baby. You gotta know this is some Thai food right here. We got some dark soy sauce that we're going to use. We like dark soy sauce in this marinade. So we're going to put about a tablespoon of dark soy sauce in there. It's going to give it some nice color. Let me tell you what. And then we're going to put some Sang stir-fry oil in the marinade. Would you believe that? Well, yeah, the oil is going to help tenderize the beef, which it doesn't really need to be tenderized because it's grass-fed New York strips. Let me get some oil in there. Douse that up with some oil. We're going to stir that up. That's all there is. 4 ingredients to the marinade. The jiao, the sauce, has a lot more ingredients in it. But we're going to mix up this marinade. There you go. Yeah, it's looking good already. Wait till you see that. That's going to caramelize on the grill into something superlicious, to coin a phrase. Anyway, I got a Ziploc bag. I'm going to put my steaks in the Ziploc bag, pour the marinade on them, and massage the marinade into the steaks. Then we're going to come back and while they're marinating, we'll make the jiao. Nam Jim Jiao Crying Tiger. They call it Crying Tiger for 2 reasons. Some people say it's called Crying Tiger because the steak was so tough the tiger couldn't chew it, which is not the case with these steaks, let me tell you why. And then the jiao is the sauce, the dipping sauce, and some people say the dipping sauce was so hot it made the tiger cry. But I'm going to make my sauce more on the mild side because I don't really like that kind of hot, ghost pepper style sauce, you know what I'm saying? So let me get my steaks marinating and then we'll come back and we'll make the jiao for Nam Jim Jiao. Stay tuned. Okay, now we're going to make the jiao. The jiao is the sauce, and what we got to start it out with is some tamarind paste. Let me show you what that looks like. This is tamarind paste, and it's made with tamarinds, which is a fruit that grows in Southeast Asia. They use it a lot in different recipes. It's a sweet, kind of a sweet fruit, kind of a funny looking thing. But that's it, that's the tamarind paste. Next we need a half a cup of lime juice. I'm using bottled lime juice because to get a half a cup of lime juice, you would have to squeeze like a dozen limes. And I don't have time for that. So I'm using bottled lime juice. This is really the best lime juice you can get. This is Nellie and Joe's Key West lime juice. That's good stuff. Let me tell you what. Then we need a half a cup of fish sauce. That's a typical Thai ingredient, fish sauce. A half a cup of fish sauce. That'll bring the funk. Let me tell you what. Oh yeah. The fish sauce. I'm going to start mixing that now a little bit. The tamarind, we got to kind of break that tamarind up, get it to dissolve in there, because it's kind of hard. Even though it's a paste, it's got to be like broken up a little bit to get it to dissolve in that fish sauce and lime juice. Doesn't look too appetizing right now, but it's going to get better, I hope. Anyway, fish sauce, lime juice, and tamarind paste. Got to get that broken up. Then we've got some onions, some red onion and some spring onion, the green part of the spring onion. Gonna put that in there. I guess I'll put it all, why not? Mix that up. Got the fish sauce, the lime juice, the tamarind paste. We got to keep breaking that tamarind paste up to get it to dissolve in the jiao. This is the jiao. I think I'm pretty sure this gets a little bit of oyster sauce in it too. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna throw some oyster sauce in there too. That's another typical Thai ingredient. Then we need some sugar. Just some old table sugar, about a teaspoon of table sugar to bring a little sweet to that heat. Not heat yet. Not yet. Not the heat yet. Anyway, yeah, it's getting there. It's starting to look like something now. This is the dipping sauce for the Crying Tiger steak. And you almost have to have this if you're making the Crying Tiger steak. This is what you want right here. The tamarind's starting to dissolve a little bit in the fish sauce and lime juice. I think I need a little bit more lime juice in there. Half a cup. It's not. Shut up! Shut up! Oh. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I have to go kill a dog right now. Anyway, as I was saying, I can't do this over now that I've already put everything in the bowl. I can't do it over. We've already done this. So we're gonna have to put up with this dog, and I'm gonna have to kill me a dog. Anyway, there we go. This is the jowl. Oh boy, I tell you what. I knew it was a mistake to let that dog stay out. We gotta put a little bit of soy sauce in there. Soy sauce, about a tablespoon of soy sauce. That's gonna bring some good flavor to that. Tablespoon of soy sauce. Between the trucks and the dog, the noise in this place is unbelievable. Yes, anyway, the jowl is coming along. It's getting to where we want it. We need to put some, we put the sugar. What's left? Oh, cilantro. We got some cilantro to go in there. Some cilantro. You need cilantro in any kind of Southeast Asian dish. You're going to put cilantro. So we need some cilantro in our dipping sauce. This is the jowl. Namjim jowl. Yes. Okay. The dog is gone, by the way. I heard my wife take her in the house. I'm going to murder it later, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to cook it because I think the Thai people eat dog, don't they? Well, they should. If they don't, they should. We put the soy sauce. Okay, we got 2 ingredients left. Now this one you can make yourself, but I went and bought it. This is roasted rice powder. For some reason you need a teaspoon of that roasted rice powder. What you can do is, if you want to make this recipe and you want it to be authentic, you can take some rice, put some rice in a frying pan and toast it, and then all you have to do is grind it up in your mortar and pestle, and that's your toasted rice powder. I went and bought some. I went down to the Korean store and I asked the guy, you got any toasted rice powder? And he says, no, never heard of it. So my wife was looking around, she found it, if you can believe that. She's like a professional shopper. When it comes to shopping, that woman can find anything. And here we go. We got one more ingredient, probably the most important thing. This is the hot red chili pepper flakes. Now, I don't like really super hot food. It calls for 2 tablespoons of this stuff. I'm only going to put about a half a tablespoon because I know that stuff's hot, 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 hot. And you know, I like it hot, but I don't like it Thai hot. Maybe a little, I don't know. I think I got enough. Just a touch. Just a touch. That's enough of that stuff. That stuff is hot. I mean, 2 tablespoons of that would make this like ghost pepper hot. And I don't really like it to be ghost pepper hot. I like it to be like habanero hot. That's about all I can stand. Habanero hot. And I got one more thing I want to put in there. I got some diced tomatoes. Some of those cherry tomatoes that I diced up, and I put them in there too, just to give it some color. You know, I didn't like the color of it, so I decided to just put these cherry tomatoes in there. It'll give it flavor and it'll give it color. And that's our jowl. That's the dipping sauce, or the spooning sauce. I don't know, however you want to do it. It's kind of like a Thai chimichurri is what it is. It's got tamarind, fish sauce, lime juice, soy sauce, the rice powder, the hot chili pepper to make it hot. I should probably taste it, see how hot it is. Oh yeah, it's there. No doubt about that. It's delicious though, I'll tell you. It's got a beautiful lime flavor, and the fish sauce really brings up the funk. Anyway, that's the jowl. That's the jowl. All we got to do now is get our steaks on the fire and cook them up, and then we can eat them, drink a beer, and dip in our jowl. So stay tuned. Okay, those well marinated steaks are on the grill on indirect heat. We're going to put the cover on there and let them cook. I got a thermometer in this one. When it gets to 125 degrees, we'll get them off there, give them a good sear over the hot coals, and then it'll be time to slice these up and take a taste of our Nam Jim Jowl. So stay tuned. The Crying Tiger steak is done. There's the Frosty Root Boy mug. Here's today's beer. Last time we had a Sapporo Premium Reserve. This is just premium Sapporo in a can, because when I went to the Korean store to get some of the stuff for today's meal, I got some Sapporo, that's why. Just because it's a lager made in Japan. I know it's got nothing to do with the Thai food, but we're going to pour it out anyway because we want a beer. We want a beer with our steak, don't we? I think we do. You've had this before, right, Rob? Anytime you go to a Chinese place, if you ever do, this is what they have on tap. Let's quaff the froth off it, Rob. Excellent. Excellent beer. I'm waiting all day for that. Let's get some of this Crying Tiger beef and dip it in that sauce and get some of that sauce in my mouth. I can't wait to taste that. Oh my. That's delicious. Let me tell you what. The steak is cooked perfectly, medium rare. Get some of that sauce on there. You got something, baby. That's something good. Oh, the cilantro is what makes it. Hey, babies. I know this is a lot of work and a lot of ingredients, but it's worth it. It's worth the time and trouble to make this Crying Tiger beef. So make it for yourself and let me know how you like it. And you know what I always say, babies? Come back next week. We may not cook anything good. This was outstanding. But we will drink a beer. And you got that going for you anyway, okay? All right, babies. We'll see you next week. Bye.